Hi there, it's Ryan G. Wright from DoHardMoney.com. So happy to have you with me for these daily videos. We put out a video like this every single day answering a question about real estate investing. And today we're going to be talking about FHA loans versus conventional loans and which one is better. It's a question a lot of people have. What should I do? What type of loan should I be getting? We're going to talk about that. But if you have a question that's on your mind that you would like me to address, please type it in the comments below. Just type in the question, just say, hey, Ryan, please cover this in a future video. And based upon those requests, we'll tally them up, and the ones that get the most requests we'll be doing. But we'd love to have you put it in the comments below if it's a question that you've got around real estate and real estate investing. I want to talk about it. So, FHA loans. Let's talk about the difference here. FHA loan is put out by the Housing Administration. So Housing Urban Development, HUD puts it out, and it's called an FHA loan, which basically means it's a government-backed loan. So here's basically how it works. FHA was created to help home ownership. So the government basically said, hey, you know what, one thing we realize is if we have homeowners, it makes our communities better. We have less crime. People take pride of ownership. So as a community, we think it's a good idea for us to be helping home ownership in this country. So basically what they're saying is, hey, we want to help home ownership actually occur. And so what we've established is what's called FHA loans. Now, here's the deal with an FHA loan. The whole point of this FHA loan is that you have to put very little money down. And so what they've done in order to make this work out is they've gone to the lenders and said, lenders, here's what we're going to create. We're going to create this whole concept of an FHA loan. But we realize you don't want to take on as much risk, because prior to this point with FHA, they were requiring 20, 30, 40% down, and most people weren't able to put that amount of money down. And so very few people owned homes. And so this whole idea of FHA came out. Well, the lenders are like, well, we don't want to do these loans because these loans are what we consider high risk loans because they don't put a lot of money down into it. So FHA came out and said, hey, I've got an idea for you. What if we created an insurance program? And then this insurance program is basically going to say, if you end up taking a loss, the insurance is going to pay for that loss up to a certain amount. And they said, oh, that's really interesting. So here's how it works. When you get an FHA loan, you're going to pay some mortgage insurance, okay? That may be upfront mortgage insurance where you pay a lump sum. And in some programs where they have loans, you actually pay mortgage insurance along the way. It just depends on how it's structured. Either way, the principle is the same. There's some money that's being paid in by everybody. So in the event of a default, that insurance will pay the lender in case they suffer a loss. Now, in some cases, the lender takes up to a certain amount of loss. After that, they're able to claim some of the insurance money, and then after that the government may back the loan after a certain amount of money as well. But the whole idea was to put lenders in a place where they're willing to do these loans without having to take undue risk. So the whole concept of FHA, it was born, and FHA mortgage insurance, which then pays the lender in the event that somebody defaults, they're able to get made whole. Now, they may not be able to get money for certain costs, and the technicalities of how they get paid isn't really what's important here. I actually, as a government program, it's actually a great program because the government isn't feeding a bunch of money on this. They've created this insurance product to actually do it, to help the lenders, which helps own ownership, which makes the country better in a lot of areas, makes schools better, and everything else. So I think it's a fantastic program. Now, on the other regards, it's called a conventional program, and this is a Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac. This is not government-backed, but it's pseudo-government-backed, which basically says, hey, we're going to help you in the same way to help own ownership. But in most cases, if you're getting conventional, you're putting 20% down, although there is some ways around that or anything else. So when it comes down to FHA versus conventional, it really just comes down to, one, how much money are you having to put down to get a house? Two is what the property's for. You see, if the property is for investments, you're going to have to get a conventional loan. If you're going to buy a rental property or something like that, you're going to have to get a conventional loan. Whereas if you're getting an FHA loan, that is for owner occupied only. So that's one of the caveats, is FHA only applies if you're living there. However, if you buy a property and you move out of it and you have an FHA loan on it, you can actually keep that loan on the property and rent the property, but you can only have one FHA loan out at a time. And so if you try and buy another property, you're going to have to go conventional and put more money down. So that's kind of the differences in these two is in mortgage insurance. if you have to pay mortgage insurance or not, how much money you actually need to put down. Those are the big things that are differences between your FHA and between your conventional. So some of the pros for an FHA loan is it's very little down. Another pro for an FHA loan is it's quite a bit easier to get, meaning an FHA loan, if you don't have the best of credit, FHA is there for you. FHA was made to help people with not great credit. Now, you can't have judgments and collections, but if you don't have judgments and collections, but you don't have great credit, FHA is a really good way to make it happen because they're in the mission of helping people be able to get into homes. But you are going to pay mortgage insurance, so that's some of the cons. On conventional, some of the pros are with the conventional loan, you don't have to worry about the mortgage insurance in most cases. You are putting more money down. So which one's better really depends on your individual personal circumstances. I just want to give you some of the pros and cons. If you have liked this video, please give me a thumbs up on this. And if you aren't already a subscriber, please subscribe to our Do Hard Money YouTube channel. We come out with something just like this every single day. Also, check us out. Another video, why hard money loan rates are higher. If you're interested in that, take a look at the video right here. Also, check us out over at dohardmoney.com and make it a very profitable day. Bye for now.